Welcome to Ask Papabear 2.0. I'm Papabear, and this is the YouTube version of my advice column at askpapabear.com. If you're not familiar with it, Ask Papabear has been giving advice to furries since 2012, and the reason I began this YouTube channel, sponsored by Uncle Bear Publishing, is because fewer people these days look at websites, and they're more likely to look at TikTok videos or YouTube videos. So in order to reach my audience better, I've decided to start Ask Papabear 2.0. So what do we do here? We answer your questions about the furry fandom. You can be a furry asking questions or a non-furry. You could be a parent of a furry or anybody else. Anybody can submit a question. How do you submit a question? You do have to go to the website. I don't accept, you can comment below, of course. But to submit a question, go to askpapabear.com and hit the Write Me button at the top of the site and submit a question. It's very easy. So questions are, it's a totally free service. I'll answer anything for free. And I have been in the fandom for a very long time, and if I don't know the answer to your question, I will find it out. So welcome, and this is the first episode. I will be reading a letter in a little bit, and just as a sample. And in the future, I hope to do this every week or so. I'll have some special features and answering letters and doing this and that, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So welcome again, and thank you for visiting. Ask Papabear 2.0 begins now. Okay, welcome back, and I'm going to read a letter that was, I'm going to start by reading letters that, were on the website, and hopefully we'll get some new letters from people because of the videos here. And I'm going to start with a fairly short one. This one's called, Can Nanotech be used to create a legit furry? And Scorgay writes, is it a furry if a human uses transformation by nanotechnology to morph into anthropomorphic animals, uses digital construct nanotechnology? So, hi Scorgy. That's an interesting question, and thanks for sending it. Traditionally, a furry is simply an anthropomorphized animal. This can mean anything from feral critters that communicate and express emotions like humans, but who live mostly like animals, such as in the novel Watership Down, to bipedal characters that are very human in the society they live in, and in being bipedal and acting human in every way. But even early in the fandom, it could also mean aliens that have animalistic forms, or mythological creatures that talk and think like humans. Usually these furry characters take whatever form they are in from birth, we assume. But of course, there are many transformative stories. Transformations from human to animal, but also at times the reverse, commonly occur with the use of some kind of magical spell or other. This goes back to ancient mythological tales to modern literature and TV and film stories, such as the movie Turning Red, Another method of transformation is through the use of science. This can be a slow process, such as in H.G. Wells' The Island of Dr. Moreau, or the uplift sci-fi novels by David Brin. Or it can be a quick process, like the Animorph books, in which an alien gives 5 youngsters the power to turn into animals. The Animorphs books, in fact, use the premise that this transformation is accomplished through the use of advanced nanotechnology, and I think it's pretty safe to say that Animorphs qualify as being a fiction story that falls under the umbrella of furry fiction. High-tech stuff is increasingly popular in the modern fandom. Cyborg tech has led to the creation of protogens and primogens, for example. I've also been seeing personas in the fandom that are 100% robots that just take animal shapes. In summary, one can say that a furry character is pretty much any non-human being that has an animal form. Whether that is achieved by natural biology, magical forces, or advanced technology doesn't really matter. A long time ago, there was a debate among those in the early fandom whether to call ourselves furries or anthros. Furries won, but I kind of wish they hadn't because furry only describes anthros that are covered in fur, or at least in hair. And that never applied to all anthros, for example, reptiles, avians, fish. And now with the increasing number of cybertronic furries, it's even less apt to call ourselves furries. But that is how language works. Kind of like the name Holy Roman Empire, which was not an empire, wasn't Roman, and certainly wasn't holy. That's just how things go sometimes, but I digress. To answer your question, yes, you can call an anthropomorphic animal that becomes such through the use of nanotech a furry. And if people object, that's their problem.